Bitcoin working on our all-time high weekly close this week, 2 days away as of recording. We'll see if we can get it. What is the target? We closed at 104,463 right here, and that's it. We're above that now. So at the time of recording, we have a great shot. I love the structure. I love the consolidation above the EMA 8. Very bullish. Revisiting range highs for back-to-back consecutive weeks. In my opinion, based on this 8 months consolidation, this is just the initial move. Smaller consolidation right before the floodgates open. I fully expect within the next 2 to 3 weeks of a bigger move out of Bitcoin. It might not happen this week. We might have to come back and retest one more time. But if we bank an all-time high close, realize that any given day, we could make the break. And I fully expect another break like this guy. Just where it just melts up, right? And locks people out, right? Everybody that's bearish from the 89K peak is likely going to get left in the dust. And we're probably looking at another pretty substantial move. I would guess at least to 120 area. And why do I say that? It's, if you zoom in here, let's go ahead and zoom in on the daily. Give you a little better of a look. If we take a, Fibonacci extension here, right? From our swing high to low, right? Look at that there. Somewhere around the 120 range. Once we break this, and not a penny sooner. 120 is the area. Speaking of the daily, right? Zoomed in here. Again, like a head fake down to the lower part, right? Let's just take a look at the Bollinger Bands here. Right? Pierce outside the lower Bollinger Band. Rebound immediately to the upper Bollinger Band. That's such a bullish move. And, we're seeing some follow through, holding the daily EMA 8 along the way. Fantastic. Range highs again. It's just boiling right here. This is the lid line. Once we break the lid, it's like a sewer lid. It's just steam blows through. You ever seen a sewer lid blow off the street? Google it right now for your weekend homework. Sewer lids flying off by pressure building. It's pretty spectacular. That's likely what we're building to. So I have some alerts set just higher here, especially 110. Would love to see that this weekend. And we might not get it, right? Maybe we have to go back and retest a little bit longer, but I think in the not so distant future, by mid-February, I would fully expect Bitcoin, if not sooner, right, to be in price discovery mode yet again. That's my 2 cents. And not only that, but when could we look for a cycle top? Everyone's wondering, when could are we at the cycle top? Are we not at the cycle top? What about history? That's Bitcoin shown previous cycles. I'm glad you asked. Full credit to Ben Cowan for this. He just tweeted this out. You can go find the tweet. He showed historically Bitcoin tends to top whenever the 200-week SMA, the simple moving average, hits the previous cycle's all-time highs. Now, if that doesn't make sense, think about it, play it back. But I'm going to show you right now. So if you want to add this to your chart, you can. Just get your indicators, right? Google SMA. Click that. Go to settings. And you want to type in 200 here. Okay. Now, I have this in white, as we're going to see. I'm going to hide the rest of this. So EMA ribbon. Hide the Bollinger Bands. Go back to the weekly. Right? And we want to see this. There it is. Right there. So, you can go back and look in history. And I won't bore you with going back to look. He does a perfect tweet of it. You can take a snapshot. So, what we're looking for this cycle is this zone. Somewhere in this zone. Between 60 to 65K, which is the previous cycle's top, right? Or double top, right? Once this line gets in there, all previous cycles for Bitcoin's entire history, the top is in relatively near when that happens, right? Let's just look at it this really, really quick here, right? Previous cycle highs right in this area. That's pretty damn close, right? 200-week breaches previous all-time highs. 200-week. And again, go look up the tweet. It's on there. Pretty fascinating. So what can we look at here? Well, we've got some ways to go, yeah? That's a good sign, right? That's a good thing. Now, if we do a straight test, which we're not going to do, right? But even if we project this straight out, it gets us to even the end of this year, probably even 2026. But why would it not do that? I'm glad you asked. we're going to likely go on a parabolic move here, right? If we're going to top out at 220, 200, 180, 150, whatever it is, right? Prices will increase pretty dramatically over the next several months. So having said that, that will likely ramp this up a little bit quicker as well. Now, it's a 200-week simple moving average. It doesn't move that quick. But let's just get a little crazy here, right? Let's pretend that it does go up pretty quick. The earliest we're looking, I would guess, is somewhere around August. That's to get it to 60. July, August, mid to late summer. But more likely, I think, is just going to be like kind of a smooth progression like that, and likely take us to maybe even Q4 of this year. Right? This is the bottom line, is the more likely scenario in my book, right? It's not likely that it's going to ramp that quickly. If it does, that would mean that very likely we're going to be, 170 to 200 in the next 5 to 6 months. That's what that would take. But very interesting note. Kudos to Ben Cowan for pointing that out. I'm sure if you follow me, you've at least heard of him, and I would suggest following him anyway. Real smart dude. Been following him for 7 years now, so he's worth checking out. If you haven't heard of him, Ben Cowan. You've definitely heard of him if you've heard of me, right? All right. Okay, so food for thought for this cycle. That coupled with every other thing that we look at, all our other indicators that I have, right? I talk about this in our Telegram group, our private silver group, our gold group. Get in there, at least test the silver group out for a month. Put a lot of extra content. I'm in there on a daily basis. I keep you updated on everything. You can request altcoins. We cover Bitcoin dominance, Tether dominance, altcoin market caps, altcoin dominance, everything else you want to see, meme coins. Try it out. Want to help you. Help you, help me. Help me, help you. Works either way. All right. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great weekend. Go do something fun outside. Probably sledding at this point in time if you're anywhere in the world. All right. Shit. I almost forgot. Quote and card of the day. I faked you out. Let's get to our quote. Everybody left. I'm talking to myself. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. It's not what happens to you. It's what you do as a result. It's what you do when you're in trouble. Most people give up and blame everybody else. Everything good or bad in your life is a direct result of you. All right. Speaking of good, McLaren W1, the new hypercar, the flagship, replaces the P1. Side view, let's get me out of the way. Holy hell. Back view, impressive. More impressive is all three. The F1, the P1, the W1. Supercars over the past 30 years for McLaren, the flagships. Alrighty. Have a great weekend. Now we can end it for real. Now we can all go touch grass and sledding. Snow in Florida. That's where I'm at. Might as well go sled. There's literally snow on the beach.